Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll check out the Smoker from OP10 a second time. I quite enjoyed the leader and I saw this decklist winning, and it was quite interesting to see that there's a mix between the Don Quixote pirates and the more straw hat, how do you call it, punk hazard, cards, which, yeah, as I said, like on the last deck list, I felt sometimes that the Straw Hat package felt a little weak, and I wanted to try the deck in a different way, also with some new events. So I saw this deck list popping up in the OPO top deck. So I thought, like, yeah, why not just testing it out? What are the major changes? I just put the guy which I copied the deck list from, which you can also check out at the OPO top decks. I think it's the last Smoker deck list at the moment, which, yeah, won in February or at the end of January. I'm not so sure anymore. But yeah, you include some of the Don Quixote pirates, like the Doffy, the Searcher. Where is she? There, the 2K. And also I included some of the more recent events. So the Gum Gum Molehole is is like a -5 cost for an opponent character, and then if you have a 6,000 power or more character on the board, you can KO one of your opponent's characters with 2,000 or less. So it can be quite strong to push into an opponent character with -5,000 and then KOing, like, maybe it's like a small blocker like Rosinante. That was at least the idea. Then you also have at least one of the zero cost events for the Don Quixote pirates, just for have some options to search with Baby 5. Because as you can see, not all of the cards are Don Quixote pirates. So there are at least some, but yeah, not all of them. So yeah, it can be quite sad, especially with the Virgo, as you can only search, I think. Virgo can only search like the Punk Hazard cards, which sometimes is a little confusing as he's a Don Quixote Pirates character also. A little sad, but anyways. And we're also playing the Carrot, which is a nice card for resting one of your opponent's characters with, I think it's 7 or less. Yeah, 7 or less. And then we also included the Gum Gum Red Hawk for 2 Don as a counter. You can give your leader plus 4,000 for this battle and then KO one of your opponent's characters with 4,000 or less. So you can KO a blocker, at least this was the idea, or maybe something which wants to attack in the future but needs some Don, like a 4 cost. Something like this, like a 3 cost. Of course, in our turn it's getting like a 6 cost, or maybe like something like the 2020 Chopper, which you just need to give 1 Don and then it can go for life. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So we go first with the Virgo Searcher. Really nice. We have the Smoker already in hand. Would have been nice if we get the Sanji. There it is. Nice. And we also included the Monet, which is a nice card in Caesar Clown, but also, yeah, could be played here because it saves you some Don if the opponent is not KOing it. So it's technically like 2 Don for 2 Don for your leader, which after using it for one turn, like in the second turn, it already generates you plus 2 Don, which is really nice. Yeah, so now we make the Sanji trick, which is really important. Like, just give her 1 Don and then you can set up 2 additional Don, play out the Monet. We probably should have used the Monet at this point, but I was sure that Chopper would have went into Monet at this point, so it would probably, I wanted to make her work for a little longer than just for 1 turn. We could have countered out, but we don't have any 2K counter. Yeah, which is really sad. So that's why we need to take it. And Monet could have functioned as a blocker also, but Yeah, I really wanted to get some benefit from her, that's why I didn't use her. So now we can play out the Smoker, which is usually, like, if you have 5 Don, like one of the best cards you can play out. So 4 Don is active. And the additional 2 Don for our leader, so there you can see the Monet, and now she's rested. So now we can just use 1 Don for our Virgo. And, or maybe even 2 Don, I don't know. And swing into the blocker, so 4 into 3. He could give us a counter, but no, he's not. We could play out the blocker here. But we decided to take the Searcher for maybe getting a 2k. But sadly we didn't. And we get the counter event, which is really nice. I like the card. Actually a lot. But the problem is the card is not really generating anything for us in this kind of situation. Okay, 3 into 4. I don't know why he did that. Probably he didn't saw the plus 1000, which is kind of funny. So he technically just lost an attack and 1 Don, which feels a little sad for him. So now plus 1000. Okay, it goes the second time into Monet, so now she functions as a blocker as she already got 2 attacks for us. So now we could play the useless kit, especially because we can. Let's see if he gives us the blocker. No, he gives us a card from hand. Yeah, because we can stand up some Don, which is quite nice. For the useless kits, we get additional Don for playing more blocker, or the Tashigi for saving, or for counter events like the red 2-cost counter event. Yeah, so we are KOing some of his cards. Yeah, so now we can set up 2 cards as active, give 1 to our kids, rest him, play out the Rosinante, and now we are pretty much safe. I mean, we don't have any big counter events at this point, but at least we have the 0-cost 3000 power event for trashing 1 card. We could trash a hoodie, and we have the 2-cost counter event, so at least 2 attacks we probably can save us here. Yeah, so and we still also have the blocker, so 3 attacks, especially he's like playing a lot of low cost and low power character. Yeah, probably we need to, or I would probably use the 0-cost event. Because the blocker is also quite nice if he wanna KO it with some crazy counter event, I don't know, or another counter event, but event in general. Okay, so now we have a lot of cards on board, like we technically don't need to play more character. We probably just need to give our Don in a clever way. I mean, we can also play the Hoodie Jones if we want to rest some of his character and then just go for board, but okay, we actually go for it, why not? So now don't forget and set up always the Don first. I'm always confused and forget about it. So yeah, 7 into 4. And he surrenders at this point, which is maybe a little early, but anyways, like he couldn't come out of the useless kit. So here you saw like the useless kit is a really strong card, especially against green and red. Against also pushy character with low cost and low power character, the useless kit feels really strong. If you have at least 1 or 2 counter cards in hand, so you can counter out some small like 8 or 9 into him, you usually are pretty fine with the deck. Okay, so the next round will be against Crocodile, which I haven't seen in a long time, I guess. Like maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago, he was definitely a viable player. But I feel especially with Nico Robin, he dropped off a little, because I feel like Nico Robin is in a certain way similar to him, because she's also purple yellow, you can play the big character like Yamato and Ace with her, and also sometimes you play the Bon Clay, but she feels a little faster, especially with the Nami and the, how do you call him, Olvia, I think, and Banishing, which is quite nice for her. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Nico Robin is still not a meta or a really strong meta deck, but I think Crocodile wasn't also, at least some seasons ago. Okay, really nice. We can play out. We have the nearly the best curve. For 1 Don the Virgo, for 3 Don the Sanji, and for 5 Don the Smoker. Also, I feel like Smoker he likes to go first, but even if you go second, it's also fine, I guess, for the leader. Because you can give 1 Don to the Sanji and then set up 2 Don also more earlier than before. Okay. He gets the trigger effect on the 1-cost purple event. 7 and 2 lead, let's see. Probably he will counter out. Would make sense for him. But I don't know his hand, maybe it's a little bricky. No, he counters out. Nico Robin and Frankie. Yeah, probably just give the Don Quixote 2k. There's the Basil Hawkins, which is not that threatening, I feel like, as in Eustace Kid. And Eustace Kid, this card is really a problem. As a blocker, you can just block and let your opponent lose a life. So we could play the Hoodie Jones, but I think there's no real benefit for him here. Especially because we don't want to tap down the Basil Hawkins and kill it. Otherwise we would have lost like 2 cards here. 2 life cards. Yeah, we probably should play out the Monet. And maybe the Tashigi. But then we don't have any blocker here, which feels a little sad. Any counter card so far, but I mean we are still at 3 lives, so probably also not the worst idea. Play out the Monet and the Tashigi. At least the Monet I would play out here. Also the Monet would maybe function as a blocker. Yeah, so 9 into 5. We really wanna banish that card. Oh yeah, true, I forgot actually about the idea that you can use the 1-cost purple event from Croc. Yeah, that was a little sad. I just forgot about that. But anyways, yeah, maybe I should have attacked with the Sanji first. Quite sad. I mean, he could have, countered out with the event later anyways, but maybe he did a mistake, I don't know. Yeah, maybe 2 Don for the Sanji, then 8 into 5, he probably takes it, and yeah, now. Oh, Satori trigger, nice for him. Another 8 into 5, he takes it again. Okay, so 1 last life and our board is full. So he definitely needs to KO something here, but we still have the 0-cost green event, which is nice. Okay, we could give him the Monet if we want to. Maybe better to save it. Because we are in such a winning position here. Yeah, he gives us nearly everything. If this is not a counter, no, it's a useless kit. Which is nice for filtering at the end of the turn. Maybe he gets a 2k, but yeah, I feel like in general we have 3 attacks next turn and he has 0 Don open and 0 life cards. 1 life card. Oh, he even plays with Magellan, crazy. Quite strong against Gekko Moria, I like black decks. But otherwise, I don't know. Maybe also in red purple Luffy this card is not that bad. Yeah, so go 9 first just to see if he lets us banish that card. Yep, and it was an draw 2 card, which is really beneficial for us that this card is gone. So yeah, the 0 cost event, 1 cost event at the end was like, as we saw already, -1 Dawn, draw 2 cards. So maybe he could have drawn some additional cards. Oh, actually he could have countered out of the first attack, but then he had 0 counter. Then we would have attacked maybe with 7. Or maybe with 8, I don't know. Yeah, maybe with 8 or 9, so he probably could have got this card, and then even if he draw 2, yeah, wouldn't have been enough for, like, he needed to have 2 2k counters, and even then it wouldn't have been enough. So let's go to the next games against Doffy. So he starts with a Perona, really nice for him, for reordering the top cards of your deck. Okay, it takes kinda long. He probably has a really strong top 5 cards. Or really nice top 5 cards. To reordering, nice, there's the Doffy, which is always cool to have, as we only play it as a one-off. It's nice to have it already in hand, especially like, yeah, especially if you have the useless kit as well. Okay, another useless kit is not that good. Yeah, only at the 4 Dawn turn is a little sad. Would have been nice if we started against the Doffy. So we could have played out the carrot, which is really strong against this deck. But of course only strong if you can rest something. If all of your opponent's characters are active, then definitely not the strongest card. Also, you usually want to start with the Smoker for the additional Dawn. So next turn we are at the 6th Dawn turn, so we can play out the Smoker. Okay, he plays out the Trafalgar Law. I think I remember this game. I think this guy is a little unexperienced, or at least he said he's not. He's still learning the deck, because I don't know why he would play out the Trafalgar Law 2k counter. Okay, so we play out the Virgil. And we take the Tashigi. Really nice that we at least got 1 card. So another Searcher. For getting 2 additional 2k. Because we couldn't play out the Carrot. Even if he had 1 character rested, I don't know why he didn't attack with the Law. But yeah, we only were at 4 Dawn. Okay, there's an additional Law to sheet out. Probably he don't wanna give one of our cards back to hand. Ah, he gives us the blocker back. Okay, that is fine. Yeah, true. The blocker is also 4k 4 cost counter. 4 cost counter. I'm getting really confused. The 4 cost card. I'm always forgetting because he has 7000 power that he is just a 4 cost card. Okay, another Perona for reordering the top card. He actually gave 2 Dawn to the Law. Okay, 6 into 5. Maybe he uses the card now. Yeah, he uses it. Which is also not that bad. So yeah, we can put one of our useless kits down there. We probably also will not need a second one. Another 2k counter. Our hand is really stacked at this point. Because also the Doffy is not really pressuring us a lot at this point. I mean, we are already at 2 lives, so it's not like he's doing nothing. But it's not like Jinbei over Jinbei over Jinbei. But this is how the deck is, like sometimes you just cannot play out the Jinbeis. So now we can, yeah, play out to use this kit, cheat out the Tashigi. I was waiting for a second because I was confused, like, where's my Rosinante? Did I do a mistake? But then I remembered, yeah, I wanted to play out the Tashigi, which is a solid option as well. It's not like a blocker. Oh, there's the Jinbei. Quite nice for him. Let's see what he cheats out. And the Boar Hancock, also really strong. Additional Don for the Doffy and reordering the top 3. Yeah, but we can play out the event and give him a 1k. Oh no, we give 2k because we want to keep our 1ks. So now we could play out the Doffy. Okay, now we cannot play out the Doffy anymore. Maybe we play out the carrot. Okay, that is a riff, really sad. Yeah, so we can play out the carrot, rest down or keep the Jinbei rested. So now he's asking us what freeze means. So there, I was, or at least in the future, yeah, there he says he's a newbie here, which is no problem in general. Like, Doffy is not the most complicated deck, I would say. I mean, of course, there are a lot of combinations and cards you need to know, but in general, like, the basic plan is reordering your deck, keep your leader ability fine, and play Jinbeis over Jinbeis over Jinbeis. So I'm just explaining him the freeze. So he lost 2 life at this point. Let's see if he takes. Let's see if he can get there by himself. Ah, now the freeze is gone, so yeah, he is really confused. I don't know. Yeah, now he found it out by himself. Because also I think Doffy has no way of restanding one character. So now he goes all in into Eustace Kid again. So at least he knows about Eustace Kid, which is quite nice. Of course not so nice for us, but I mean we want to have a fair play, so sometimes it's cool if the opponent don't know about it, but yeah, in general, like, yeah, we built it up our board kind of nice, so there's probably no chance. I think I already lose. Yeah, like triple threes, and yeah, he left so fast. So, oh, 1 second too late. Let's see what his hand looked like. 1 second too late. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, there. Okay, so he had a lot of 2k counters in here. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1k counters, and even some Josu's, even a Perfume Fever, which is nice. I mean, for the Eustace Kid, he probably have needed anyways a little more, but anyways, he would have lost this turn, and he needed the Red Hawk this turn already, which was a little unlucky for the guy. But anyways, good game. It's kind of fun to show also that Smoker can build up a quite big board, especially with the new Doffy, like, which is like kind of common for green decks, especially with the 10-cost Doffy, to build up a big board and control the opponent. So now we play against Kalgara, and Kalgara is like the yellow push deck. Not that bad. Definitely, I wouldn't say like a really strong leader, but definitely a meta leader. I would maybe put him in the same tier as Nico Robin. And maybe Odin, or what else is in the tier? Yeah, I'm not so sure at the moment. There are probably a lot of decks which can be in this kind of tier 3 maybe tier 4, I don't know. It depends on how big you make your chart. Like tier 1 are the strongest deck, tier 2 are the strong meta decks. Like maybe something like a Lucci, or what else, like a purple Luffy in EVO2. And maybe a black yellow Luffy. And then maybe in tier 3 is something here like Smoker. Like some stronger decks, but not as meta relevant. Oh, he plays the NL, which is really interesting for Kalgara. Like you can play it definitely, but usually you want to go more faster with Kalgara. Maybe I should check out Kalgara in the future as well. It's quite a funny deck in general. I'm usually not a big fan of losing my life on myself. But with the NL, it's maybe yeah, it's maybe possible. I don't know. So let's see what he's doing. So now he needs to build up some momentum, some fast character, some strong character. Build up a bigger board. He lost another life, so you're already at 1 life. Kinda crazy. But his hand is kinda big. Okay, so there's the... What is the name of the guy? Om or Om or something? And the Holy Dog. Maybe we take the hit. So let's see. I mean, we just need to go through with one Smoker hit, which would be really nice. Okay, there are some options. We take a 2k, also nice. We need some strong character at the moment. Like we don't have really strong or high cost character at the point, which can backfire a little because Kalgara definitely plays a lot of 5, 6, 7 cost character with 7 or 8,000 power. And we play out a blocker just to make sure that we will not lose next turn. 9 into 5, he probably will counter out. Yeah, there's a 1 cost event plus 3,000 and a 2k. And we forgot to attack with Smoker. Yeah, this, like with our leader, this can be a problem for sure. Because he just has 1 counter card more than he should. So now he cheats out maybe one of the bigger... Oh no, okay, he's not. 10 into 8. Okay, we use our 2 cost event. Quite nice. So we can only attack 7. Should we take that one? I'm actually not that sure. Oh, there's a useless kit. Quite nice. And we still have a Rosinante in there. And I forgot about the Holy set. Yeah, here's the Monet. Yeah, we definitely need to play out the useless kit here. I mean, we can also first go for board. Or we even can go for life here. True, you don't have any counter cards so far. Okay, he gave us, was this 4 cards? Probably. Okay, 7 into life and now all into lead, and yeah, we won. Like I really wanted to play like the useless kid, and then I saw like, wait a minute, like his whole board is rested and he only has 1 life. What do you mean? So yeah, this is also a problem. I think Kalgara, does he actually play a blocker? Like this guy, like the Noland, I think can give a life back if you have the snake on board, which is not really common to even have the snake on board, but I think you don't really play a lot of blocker, which is a little sad for the deck. Because it goes really ham. It has a lot of cool and strong character, also for searching, like these two guys. But yeah, the deck is definitely missing some blocker from what I know, at least at the moment. Oh, we forgot. There is one more deck, or one more gameplay. I nearly forgot about it. Like the red purple Luffy. Quite a strong deck at the moment actually. And EBO2 it went up to tier 2. It's definitely a strong competitor. I think even at OP10 it's I don't know if it's really tier 2 in OP10 already, but I feel like it's still a really strong deck. The 6k leader power is really nice. It has access to one of the strongest purple and red high cost character. It can ramp up really fast. It has some problems against small attacks and a lot of them. But maybe a leader I want to check out in the future as well. Yeah, I just attack 5 into 6 just for the feeling. No, but in general, it's really cool leader. The only sad thing about it is like you cannot, or you if you don't have the bon clay, it's a really pricey leader. But otherwise, definitely for the sim, definitely cool leader to play. I used to play it back in the days, like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. And I quite enjoyed it. We could give the blocker at this point. We are already at 3 lives, so yeah, if he invests so many Don, then we can give him blocker for sure. Okay. Do the search again. There's Doffy, nice. We could play out the blocker or the Monet. Yeah, we decided for the blocker. 6 into life just for some attack, and he takes it first life. So he's only at 2. Which always feels nice. And we have a blocker if he does the same again, like... Okay, he wants to take our searcher at this point. We could still give the blocker. I mean, for 7 he's probably not playing any rush character. And we get an additional card just for 1 Don. And he will probably not give us the blocker. Ah, okay. It's to die for. Nice card for ramping. And a blocker, okay. Yeah, so he has 2 Don open. If he would have done it in the other way around, he probably... it doesn't matter anyways. We gave him the blocker, so... So at this point we could use the Hoodie Jones, because we are still at 3 life. So, restand, some Don. At this point maybe no search, just go into the blocker. He probably will not counter out of it. 8 into 6, let's see, yeah, he lets the blocker go. Eight into 6, I probably should have attacked with my leader first, but I wanted to see what he's doing. Okay, he gives us counter, that is always nice. Because he really wanna keep the card probably. Because I wasn't sure if he has a... Gum Giant, there it is. So the counter card was kind of useless. Maybe he misclicked or he decided not to do it. Mistakes happen. But yeah, kind of sad for him. Yeah, there's the Monet. I was debating on should I attack 8 into 6. He probably takes it, yeah, there it is. So our whole board is rested, but we still have a hoodie, so even if he plays another counter, we can rest it again. Okay, there is Ben Beckman, 7 into 4. He definitely want to make sure that we lose our Monet, like a lot of, like as I said, like the Monet is really nice for additional Don, so like everybody will attack into her. It's like a searcher, it's like a pseudo blocker. So at this point, what could we do? We could play the hoodie. He probably has a Gum Gum Giant up. So we could go for life here. With our useless kit is the problem that we don't have any blocker at this point. Yeah, we're doing like a small mistake, just give 1 Don more for the Gum Gum Giant to go 10 into 6, never go 9 into 6, as you see. It's kinda useless. So he would have needed to give us a second card as well, which feels really sad. So we can only take the Sanji or the Tashigi. We take the Sanji. Another search, we take the 2k counter. We could play out the carrot here. We decide probably for the... Yeah, we go for the carrot, okay. Now 6 into 8. Did we forgot to use our leader ability and the smoker? Yeah, we just forgot about it. That's crazy. Anyways. We could have played out, or we needed the 1 Don for our smoker. Did he took the life? No, he didn't. He countered out. Yeah, so we probably could have gotten another card out of his hand just by using the 3 Don for an additional attack into his life. Or not an additional attack, for more Don in his life. Okay, he plays off the dragon, 2 more Don for the Ben Beckman, so he's a 9 cost character, 9 power character, so now 7 into life. I don't know, like the trigger of this card feels really bad. Plus 1000 is really nice if you get it at the beginning of the turn, but if he's only attacking with 2 characters and then with 9 or with 8, like the card is not using as anything. So I always feel a little sad about it. Okay, nice, we have enough counter for saving our smoker. And now we could play out the Doffy. We could just also go for life at this point. But we play it more safe this time, because he probably has 1 Gum Gum Giant open. So now 8 into 6, he probably, yeah, there's the Gum Gum Giant. He trashes the Secret Rare Luffy. 6 into 8. 6 into 8. 6 into 6, sorry. 8 was only because he countered out. And we take the 0 cost event for saving one of our cards, even if he has 1 rush character, which he probably doesn't. There's the rush Luffy, okay, I take everything back. Pick no cards, really unlucky, he played the searcher. Okay, 10 into 6, we can counter out of that for sure. Yeah, and he surrenders at this point. So, he had to use his kit and the Ben Beckman left. Yeah, he was in a bad position. I feel like at the middle of the game, like maybe... Where was it? Like maybe like here where we started to gain momentum and getting a little stronger. Where was it? Like here where our board gets bigger, and he wasn't really KOing something of our board. That was the part where he probably should have went for board to keep us lower. Like maybe 1 Don for Otama into our searcher. We probably would have let it go, and another Ben Beckman maybe for KOing our Carrot. Like, yeah, it feels really like he should have went for board at this point. I mean, he tried later, a little later. I think he went with the Ben Beckman and with the Dragon into our Smoker, but with the additional 1000, Smoker is really a really beefy card, and we still had some 2k counters, so a little unlucky for him, but yeah, he definitely should have worked on removal of our board at this point. But anyways, this was our last game. What can I say about this list instead of, oh, it's not always going down, instead of this list? So we skipped the Rorana Zoro, which is a nice card, definitely, not get me wrong, but it's really situational. Like for something like Anel, it's really strong, and maybe also some red decks where you can just go often into life, like a Shanks, for example. But for something like a blue deck or black deck, which can remove it really feels not that strong. You always need the Tashigi out to save it, or blocker. So definitely nice. The Batmaner's Kick Horse instead of the other zero cost event, I think is fine. Like, you don't need too many of these, probably. I think I also said it in the review of the decklist that maybe 4 is a lot, like maybe 2 is fine or something. I like the zero cost event because it's searchable also in the other deck. Like, we just switch from the Straw Hat Searcher to the Don Quixote Searcher, so we also skip the zero cost, as like switch the zero cost Searcher from Straw Hat to Don Quixote. But maybe you could do it like a 2-off. Also, we switched, or we took out the Monkey D. Luffy, which I said before I wasn't a big fan of it. It's a nice card, but maybe not the strongest for our meaning. And also I mean, this one is a little different, like the Hoodie Jones, but also kind of similar with the Rush, or has like a similar synergy with the deck. And also the Monkey D. Luffy blocker we switched out, because we wanted to focus more on Don Quixote Pirates, and that's why we also took the Carrot in. Also the Monet. I feel like the Monet is quite nice, especially as a 2-off. You have a kind of like a blocker, and you not really go minus, because if you want to attach 2 Don to your leader, then you have a blocker, and you put 2 Don on your leader, and if they not attack the Monet, then you really go plus, like 2 Don every turn. The Carrot is a nice card. As a tech card. I'm not sure if I really would keep her in. Depends a little on how often I play against 7-cost or lower vested characters. She's strong against rush character or pushy character, or leader in general. Like leader who keep their cards more active and saving their attacks. She's definitely not that strong. And also, I'm not sure about the Gum Gum Red Hawk. I didn't really like the card in this deck because you cannot go minus cost on your opponent in as a counter. So maybe for Shanks it makes sense to make a 5-cost only a 4-cost, but for Smoker definitely not the strongest card. The Gum Gum Molehall, I'm also not so convinced about it. Like, maybe these 2 could be switched out. Maybe I would even do another one of these, or maybe 2. Or maybe I would find a different card which I could play as a counter card, and maybe bump up this one to 2, and then maybe take these 2 out, and maybe put an additional Doffy in here. If I would put a second 0-cost event, or even 3 of them, then I can also put a second Doffy, and then probably I like the deck more in this kind of style. I would wish for the future that there are more Punk Hazard cards, because I quite enjoy like keeping types really in the type. I mean, Don Quixote is kind of similar to the to some of the cards, so it's kind of like a brother or sister type. But yeah, I feel like in general this leader really don't need that many different types, especially as one of your strongest and most important cards, the Kid, is not any of the types which are supported in this leader. Same as Carrot maybe, but Carrot is not that important, and also Hoodie. Like these 2, really important cards in the deck and you cannot search them, which feels sometimes a little sad and bad at this point. But it's like in green for such a long time that green is always like a mix of a lot of cards, which feels a little sad in my opinion. But anyways, I enjoyed the deck. I definitely liked it a little more than the other list. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. Give me some comments about if you like the other list more or this list more. Like, what is your favorite? What would you switch around? Or maybe give an idea about an event which you could play in the list. And yeah, then see you in the next video. Bye.